Okay, Deepakanandji. Please, 2-3 mantra, Divya Ben, please follow.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Namo Vitragai.
Vittagai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantara.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Chitranam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayuliyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Vastayanam.
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Namo Bhagwan Saunam.
Eso Panchana Mukkaro.
Asa Panchanamukkara.
Savapavappanasano.
Sawapawapanatano.
Mangalanam cha Sauvesim.
Ram Jasarachim.
Adamam Havai Mangalam.
Salam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagwata Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Thank you, Divya Ben. Okay, we will start today. Is English satsang, but we will start with a pad, which is all Mahatmas are singing their favorite pad. So let us hear Ami Ben's
Jai
favorite pad.
Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Okay, Ami Ben.
उपजावे संयम परिणाम उपजावे संयम परिणाम हर्षने शोकनि विभावावस्थे हर्षने शोकनि विभावावस्थे हाजर थયું તેજ જ્ઞાન ઉપજાવે સંયમ પરિણામ સ્થૂળ સંજોગોના દબાણ વચ્ચે સ્થૂળ સંજોગોના દબાણ વચ્ચે હળહળતું આવે કઈથી અપમાન સામો નિમિત્ત જો નિર્દોષ ભાસે આપણું વધ્યું ઊર્ધ્વ પરિણામ સામો નિમિત્ત જો નિર્દોષ ભાસે આપણું વધ્યું ઊર્ધ્વ પરિણામ જાગૃત રાખે કડવા સંયોગો એવા પૂદગલને સદબુદ્ધિ હોજો સત્તા વ્યવસ્થિત જાણ સત્તા વ્યવસ્થિત જાણ ઉપજાવે સંયમ પરિણામ દીપકાનજી
Jai Satchidanand.
ઉપર લેવો
No, you too.
ગમે તે પ્રસંગ પાવતો લાગે દૂધમાં સાકર ખુદ પોતે જે નાખે ગમે તે પ્રસંગ પાવતો લાગે દૂધમાં સાકર ખુદ પોતે જે નાખે सम्यक बुद्धि प्रज्ञानी पाखे वातावरण ने हळवू ज राखे सम्यक बुद्धि प्रज्ञाने पाखे वातावरणे हळवू ज राखे આપણું સ્પંદન કોઈને ના વાગે શુદ્ધ નિષ્કંપન સ્વસંગે જાગે અસંગ સ્વરૂપ ધ્યાન असंग स्वरूप ध्यान उपजावे संयम परिणाम उपजावे संयम परिणाम हर्ष ने शोक ने विभावावस्थे हाजल थયું તેજ જ્ઞાન उपजावे संयम परिणाम उपजावे संयम परिणाम जय सच्चिदानंद
Jai Satchidanand, beautiful pad you chose, is your favorite chose. There are lot of items for our everyday life. So what is your, what do you learn from this for your practical life?
In this pad, Uncle Kaviraj has put everything which is very much important for our progress. Our Sayyam means what we are attaining our goal is everything is based on all these things that Kaviraj says ki when the Jnana will be present, when any circumstances, whether it is you are in happiness mood or it is sadness situation, our Jnana should be present as a vitrak. We should not be elevated or we should not depress when the situation is so much against uncomfortable situation or whether it is comfortable situation. Now we have got this Jnana that we have to present as a vision with a vitrakness that everything should be balanced in our light. And whatever is situation is there, we have to how to very good everything it is given in this pad ke how Vyavasthit Shakti is going to be helpful in this ke whether this Pudgal which we have got, it should be get that Sadbuddhi usko means it should get such type of Sadbuddhi that it should be completely devoted to Vyavasthit Shakti. And this situation is helpful to give it a lot to give more progress about this situation is only going to give us lesson and we have to learn from this how Vyavasthit Shakti is attaining all this situation and how we have to stay in this situation. I think so this pad is my favorite and I always used to pray for Dadaji ke everything whatever is in this given in this pad should be happen exactly with us and we can do Purusharth over this thing. That's
no, thank you. You talked about the path, but now path talks about a lot of happiness, sadness, bad situation, somebody insulting you, and all that stuff. So how have you been able to cope up, or have you learned from this path? And what are the weaknesses you still need to improve?
And main thing that everyone is innocent, this vision we have to put and we are doing all this satsang and this for attaining this innocent vision only. Okay, how this innocent vision this Aptaputra and all Mahatmas having, so same thing should be acquired in me.
So are you focusing on everybody being innocent now? What's your main focus out of this
process?
Huh?
This is all in process. It is hurting also. I'm sometimes disabled and sometimes it is able.
No, I understand. Now, there are a lot of things here. What is your one weakness in this path you're trying to overcome?
Pardon?
there are a lot of incidents for daily life in this path.
Yeah.
What is one of the weakness you're trying to overcome out of this one in your practical
Weakness?
life?
I always pray that this Pudgal which I have got is not so sufficient to accept this Gnan, and why I should be get so much well. I think in this path, my weakness is that I should more give focus on Vyavasit Shakti is only doing everything, and I should observe in this, and this is my weakness, that everything happens and then I make a conclusion that it is Vyavasthit. But during time when the situation is disturbing me, that time also it comes within the situation is already it is going on, and that time the Vyavasit Shakti may be helpful to me, because that what suffering period now, that should be, I should this suffering period I taking it on me, and it should be Vyavasit Shakti, when it is happening, it should not be everyone is innocent, and I'm not in so much, but I have in progress or process that this suffering should be become very weak during the situation.
Oh, very
I
good.
should overcome the suffering, which, and I can see how this suffering should be, and I should not, I should overcome that suffering, that it should be less during the situation.
Very, very good observation and experience. Deepakanandji?
Yeah, Ji Satchidanand, it is good. So our life situations, they could be very much troublesome, very much trying and bothersome. But when we have right understanding, that is right knowledge, wisdom of right knowledge, will always keep us in total control and inner balance, whether the situation is favorable or unfavorable. So in this part, in this poem, this is what is revealed by Kaviraj, who has written this part. So that is just excellent, and it always tells us that no matter what the situation is, we all come across trying situations, and especially when we are insulted very badly. In those situations, we see the other person only as nature's instrument who is delivering our own stuff which was given previously is getting delivered back to us. And when we have that understanding, our inner state will naturally get elevated. That's the best part. And in those situations where we can easily get affected, get hurt, and maybe we even can get violent, but with this inner understanding that whatever I'm suffering today is result of my past doing only. And so the person who is delivering today is a mere instrument of nature, and so that person is totally innocent. It is my fault that is making me suffer, not the other person who is instrument to give me that suffering. And when we are alert in all such situations, in difficult situations, so we are asking prayer, we are praying Dada, Bhagwan, a self-enlightened soul, that let me have that inner wisdom of right understanding, right intellect, that it reminds me that this is the nature's order, and nature's order is always perfect. It doesn't do of its own, but it is just nature's delivery mechanism which is working naturally as result of the past projected karmas. And when we have this understanding, then we will always remain at peace no matter what the situation is. So in that, with this inner understanding, every situation, no matter what, favorable, unfavorable, happy, unhappy, we will be able to make every situation pleasant for ourselves and all others with this right inner understanding. And we will always keep the atmosphere pleasant, amicable, harmonious. And we will always be vigilant that not a single vibration from our side hurt anyone. And when such is the thing, such is the situation, with wisdom of right understanding, that we will remain totally vibration free, and it will keep us in our inner pure soul state, that is the divine state of self-realization. Jai Satchidananda. What you said is quite right, very correct.
Jai Satchidananda.
You want to add something to that, Amivan? What Deepakanandji said?
Yeah, that means in our daily situation, whatever is happening is only my projection. And I got this good point, okay, whether that person is delivering and he is not a sufferer, because he is just a delivered man, delivered nature has sent to us that we have to free from that karma. So the delivery person should be totally innocent, and this understanding is a right understanding we have to follow. And especially Dada has given this only thing ke nimit, that person is only an instrument. This I got a good point, that instrument word is always lacking in my daily situation of putting Gnan in my application. That instrument is a good point for me. So that whenever the instrument word will pop up, that time the situation, the person, delivered person should automatically will be innocent for me. That I think so.
Very true. That's true.
Okay.
Yes.
Anybody else? Kanchan Bhai, you want to add something to this? Dilip Bhai? Kanchan Bhai, you want to add to something of your experience or weaknesses from the path?
Can you go down? I want to understand this. आपन स्पंदन कोઈને ના વાગે, શુદ્ધ નિષ્કંપન સ્વસહી સંગે જાગે. What does that mean? શુદ્ધ નિષ્કંપન સ્વસહી સંગે જાગે.
It is like when we are...
Yes, Deepakanandji, please explain in English what that means.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, thank you.
So any vibration that in that circumstantial pressure, that situation, our mind can have negative vibration, we can have verbal wrangle, we can have behavioral differences, violent behavior. But when none of these mind, body, or speech, none of that vibrations are hurting anyone, then in that situation, like I will try to explain it this way. A lamp is lighted, and when there is no breeze or wind around, that lamp will remain steady. Correct? You understand? Lamp will remain steady without the breeze, without wind. Do you understand?
What is Shuddha Nishkampan?
That's what I'm saying. Did you understand the lamp example?
Say it again.
Did you understand the lamp example? Example of lamp, lighted lamp.
Um,
And when there is no breeze or any disturbance, that the lick remains straight and stable. So here, when mind, speech, body vibrations are not there, even in the most trying and difficult situation, then our inner pure soul state, you can experience that. Because that is totally free from any vibration.
right. So, by mind, body, and speech, if we don't have any spandan, means any
Vibration.
vibration that can hurt anybody, then this situation occurs.
Yes, this is like example of that lamp. When there is no
Okay.
breeze, then it remains, the lick remains steady. Otherwise, the lick is always getting disturbed. Weak with that lamp.
Okay. So that's the real dharma of Atma.
Yeah, so you have the experience of pure soul within you, as I am pure soul, and you can experience bliss.
Correct. Okay.
Although with akram vignan, that is stepless path of liberation, what we have got, with that we can remain with our inner balance, even in the presence of disturbing situation of our mind, speech, and body. But then that taste is not unique. For us to have an exclusive experience of pure soul and of bliss, then we must have our mind, speech, body free from all kind of vibrations.
So how do we know that the vibrations of our mind, body, speech do not hurt anybody?
One thing is very clear: when there is any vibration, it will first bother and affect us, and then it affects others. Because first, in any situation, our mind, speech, body get disturbed, and then we pass those disturbances to others. Rather, it reaches the other person. So the first experience of calmness, peace, and bliss is experienced by us. In any situation when that is not there, definitely the person who we are dealing with will always be hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
that's what happens.
yeah, this is what we brought. It's in our nature that can be hurt anybody in any situation. But our aim is not to hurt anybody. Because
that is fine, your aim is there, but we even unknowingly we end up hurting others because we lack that inner understanding of the science of happening, why things happen to us. So with Dada's aphorisms, like whatever happened is right, whatever happened is just. Also, sufferer is at fault. Then in any case, look around, who is suffering? Then it is his or her fault. So with this understanding, it is very easy to find out who is at fault. And one who is at fault must correct his mistake. And that's how we keep correcting our mistakes.
Yes. Yeah. With this right knowledge, it's always, I am at fault. No matter what.
I didn't get, what happened, the right knowledge?
I'm sorry?
What you said, the right knowledge after
No,
right.
with the right knowledge, it's always me at fault.
Right knowledge will always show you at fault. You will.
Yeah, instead of anybody else, there is always a me behind this. Every action, every reaction, it's my problem, you know.
Yeah, that's why it is what Dada has said at another place, that I am responsible, wholly and solely, I am only responsible for everything I do. And everything that happens with me, it is my reflection.
Yes.
So it is said that when we understand that this natural cosmic power of Vyavasthit Shakti, which keeps everything up to date, everything in a perfect order, if we understand that, then we will not see anybody at fault, and eventually we will experience bliss and become free totally from all karmas.
Yeah, with that understanding, our suffering also go away.
Yes, suffering will also go away, very true.
Yeah.
Because with this inner understanding, we will know, identify and understand that I am not the sufferer. The body self, name bearer, is sufferer, and I am the knower of the suffering, and sufferer is separate from me.
Yes. And then
when that understanding and experience opens, then we will experience peace, calmness, and bliss even in the presence of trouble, problems. In
Right.
most trying situations, most difficult situations also, we will be able to stay with inner peace and bliss.
yeah, and at the same time, we guide file number 1 or tell him to correct the mistake.
Correct. So we will correct our mistake because it is our reflection.
Yes. This is amazing.
Yes. It is total life science which Dada Bhagwan has revealed. He said, we always remain happy and cheerful because we see the whole world totally fault-free. I don't see any individual at fault at all. By that very sight and belief, to see anybody at fault will make us look, I'll say, ugly, because that inner disturbance will always get reflected on our face.
Yeah, we know that there is nobody in this world can do any bad to you unless you do something to them.
Unless you have done something in the past, and even if you do now, then it is going to reflect to you again.
In the past and in the future as well. If I do it today,
Correct.
I will do it. So, with that understanding, I don't see any fault of anybody. Then I'm at peace.
Correct.
I'm at total peace.
Absolutely.
And this is really, you don't, otherwise, with the presence of all this, all the whole world, you will always feeling inferiority complex that, that everybody is great other than me. But now I know it's my mistake and I correct it. So we are all same, sailing in the same boat.
Correct. Very true. Absolutely. Right.
Continue back. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Okay. Lalita Ben.
Hello, this is actually Rani today. Lalita Ben on the phone.
Oh, great. What a surprise, Rani. Welcome.
I know, I finally get to join Satsang today. So
Great.
I actually had a couple of questions, but one I think just got answered. The question was what is the scientific explanation or process that happens when you hurt someone by thought, word, or deed? And why is this the overarching theme in many of the vidhis, such as Navkalam, Charan Vidhi, and also in the Aptaputra? Why is this concept so important? And how does it bond us karmically or impede our progress towards moksha? But that was one question. Then I have a different one on another topic.
See, when we see anybody at fault, actually that is result of our past doing, what we call as karma. Karma means those projected doership which went into the nature. And now that nature is giving me back what I had projected. When we say I, the past life ego had projected, and now this life ego is suffering due to the past life egoistic projections. And when the results come, it is like if something is, the well-known saying is like this: what goes around comes around. So what had gone previously is coming back to you. And when it comes back to you, you have to actually realize that if it is good, then you have to understand that something good was done previously. And if something bad is happening, you are getting hurt, then you must understand that, okay, that was the mistake which was committed by me previously, and it is coming back to me. So now I must correct that mistake Instead of that, I see the person who is instrument to deliver the results of my past doing, past projections, egoistic projection. And that's where I am creating a new projection, a new cause, a new karma for my own self. But when we see with the inner wisdom of right understanding that this is result of my past doing, only that is coming to me through this instrumental delivery person, then I will see the delivery person as totally fault-free, innocent, and I will remain cool. In that state, I will get away with all my past karma, because now I'm not creating or causing new karma, and eventually an end will come when I'm done with all the karmas. Then that will become my last life, and what will remain is the soul will remain, and that naturally will get liberated. But when these new karmas are projected in a causal form, what happens is we create a causal body for which this soul has to hang around and travel, rather wander from life to life. And depending on the type of karmas, one can wander in any of the 4 life forms, that is, angels, animal or plant, human, or hell. But when one don't cause new karma and gets away with all the past karmas, then no new causal body is created or generated or projected. That becomes your last life, and that last life, when one passes away, that individual attains nirvana, because that is not his or her death.
Right.
That is the science which was revealed by the absolutes. Right?
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Rani.
What's your second question?
So the second question, it relates to not the definition, but what is Bhave? Like, is there any Atma component to that? Or
What is you said? What is?
Bhave?
What?
B-H-A-V. Bhave?
Okay, okay. You know, okay, Bhave actually truly relates to our state of being.
Okay.
Our state of being means Bhave.
Okay.
And otherwise you can say our Bhave means what we feel, what we mentally feel. That is, depending on the thought, we become one with that thought, that becomes Bhave, and truly Bhave relates to causing new karma, that is Bhave karma.
Okay.
That is
So
projection, doership projection karma,
okay.
or projected doership karma.
Okay.
And when one gets self-realized, his or her state of being changes from bhav to swa-bhav. That is, self-state of pure soul state opens within that person. And once this pure soul state opens through self-realization, through the grace of a fully enlightened soul, then that one eventually inner journey starts, which ends up in total liberation.
Okay.
Also, once self-realized, one enters into swa-bhav, that is pure soul state, and he or she never comes out, cannot come out of that pure soul state because of that clear line of demarcation that is drawn by the divine grace of the fully enlightened soul, called Gnani Purush. In our case, it was Dada Bhagwan who blessed us and graced us with self-realization. And that is his, what do you call, it is in continuation of his, because that same pattern is working within us. What had opened in Dada Bhagwan, he opened that same state of being in all of us. And through anyone, if you have got this self-realization, it is the same pattern. So it is the same Dada Bhagwan. And his name has today a lot of power. It is not just name, because he has earned that fame and pride. And that is working even today through everyone who is self-realized.
Okay.
Right?
Rani,
Yes.
any other question?
No,
I have one.
Okay.
Do you have one?
no. Thank you.
Well,
Jai
Please do.
Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Please do so. Join every Sunday if possible.
I will, Uncle, when I'm not traveling. That is my Bhave to attend.
Okay, great. That would be great. Okay. Jai Satchidanand. Kirti ma'am?
Dr. Lalitaman had a question.
Yes, let her finish the question.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you,
Oh.
Kirti.
Yes, Jai Satchidanand, nice talking to you.
Jai Satchidanand. The question I had was, Jnata Drishta state of Atma is only for non-Atma or Anatma things, like say the other five tattvas, right?
What
In
is
its
that?
own
Other?
Jnata Drishta.
Yes. What is that?
Seer perceiver of the Atma only applies to non-Atma. What should I say? I mean, you've got to have an object like Pudgal to see it, correct?
Okay, I got it.
Tattvas.
Okay. So
what I'm saying is, in its own state, there is no Jnata Drishta going on at that time, right? In its own swabhav. It's not looking at its own qualities, is it?
Good question.
that is where you have to understand it illumines non-self and self also. The light of the knowledge light of pure soul is such, it illumines both the non-self, that is the material matter, and the soul matter also, that is soul entity also.
So it illumines, but is it a drashya?
Now, then there is no drashya.
Correct.
That is why it is absolute state of knowledge. But when it is in association with matter, that is the living form, then that quality is there.
Correct.
Perceiver and knower.
Correct. So you've got to have something to be known for there to be a
Because
knower.
you got to have something to be known. See, finally, because of its own knowledge power, in its absolute state of knowledge, in the liberated state where all liberated souls are there, the whole universe illumines in their knowledge state. That's it.
Correct. Okay.
I got that. Thank you. Jai Sachidanand.
Thank you, Jai Sachidanand.
Kirti, the floor is yours.
Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand. Yes, earlier, Jay, whatever we, in that part, whatever we talk about, this is what helping me, and I try to improve in my daily routine life and to say Sahaj and Nimit, the Jagat, I would like to say Nimit Nirdoshane Akarta Jova Mate. This is what I do. I'm asking and telling too. That in the morning when I wake up, I would like to, when I get up and open the windows, I see the Surya Dada, Emni Vitrakta, I would like to get unconditionally, I would like to see the world, whatever happens to me, around me. Same way with the wind, the trees, the ground, the water. And I just stay there for a while, and I just ask for their kind of vitrakta. And that really helping me to stay focused during my daily interaction with other people in my life. And I would like to talk about that if it is, that will that help to clean the sukshma nishkampan swapad, to become more stronger in my unconditional love to see everybody nirdosh. Please explain to that. And I have one more question after that.
See, when you observe, that observation will not be without any analysis. That, hey, sun, irrespective of what people do, what the living form does, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is, it gives them the sunlight.
Unconditionally.
Yeah, impartially, unconditionally. Same with the wind, the water, and all that. It doesn't say that, hey, you are a wrongdoer, I'm not going to let you drink the water. No, nothing of that sort. It says all these natural resources for everyone, for every living being, it only depends how you use it, you will get the thing in return. And except for the humans, and especially the humans of, it is called the land where karmas are bound. There are the other land is where karmas don't get bound to that extent, because they are natural. They are living natural. So I will say that humans in the Indian territorial zone, which is karmic zone, others are also experiencing, but they are natural. So what happens that they eat, they kill, so-called in human language, but still they are natural. Whereas humans of the land where karmas are bound, karma get bound, and they get bound. Karma get charged. That is where they have to be careful, because they will not remain natural, they will not remain impartial, they will remain partial because of the vices, because of the inner weaknesses and mistakes. So, because of that high level of egoism, egoism, and that too with the inner developed intellect, not external intellect. The humans of, the humans of this land where karmas are bound, karmas get charged, they live with inner intellect. They have that inner intellect. Whereas others, they have outer intellect or external intellect. External intellect people are more natural with the nature, one with the nature, but these people are not one with the nature. They could be living in those lands because of migration. They have gone there. But that root don't change. So what we say over here, when one have this inner understanding, then with the self-realized state, we can always keep observing things which is so natural, and our impartial state will also become more open, and we will be able to experience that. But one thing is that once self-realized, no new karmas can get bound. No new karmas get charged. What remains is the past karmas and its effects in the form of suffering that one has to pass through. And that's it. And while passing through those suffering, one will know his or her faults where they had gone wrong. And with that knowledge of their mistake, they will correct those mistakes which were not corrected in the past. But with today's realization, today's enlightenment, they will be able to understand their mistakes, the past mistakes, and they will correct it today, so that the cause which caused these effects gets eliminated. The cause of the karma needs to get eliminated, and that cannot get eliminated without seeing, without understanding, without identifying, and without correction. They cannot get eliminated. Correct?
So all these natural elements around us, when I see their unconditional love, the way they are living, when I look at their property, will that help me in my progress toward to see the other world?
Not only that, that will help you a bit, because finally you will have to see like even humans, even if they are fighting, then you have to see their impartial state.
Impartial state.
Yes, because it is resulting today. They are not doing it today. But our understanding of doership, we even see them doing today, which by fact, it is just a happening which had caused previously, and it is just happening today. That's why Dada said, everything just happens.
It's happening.
But because we lack that complete understanding, we are not able to identify that thing just happens in the nature. And we see others at fault because we believe that they are doing it today. Nobody is doing today. It just happens.
It just happens.
So the way we see all these natural elements innocent, we'll have to see the other living beings also as innocent, identical to these natural elements. Because they are no different from these natural elements.
Yeah.
Correct?
Jai Sachidanand. If I can come back if somebody also have a question.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so this is came on 29th of September. The clip, it is in Gujarati. I'm going to say that, and I have a question in there. Shuddhatma ekai Paramatma nathi. Shuddhatma to Paramatmana yadma આવેલું સ્થાન છે. તમને મહાત્માઓને શુદ્ધાત્મા પદ કેમ આપવામાં આવ્યું છે? તમે શુદ્ધાત્મા અને ચંદુભાઈ જે કંઈ પણ કરે છે તેના તમે રિસ્પોન્સિબલ નથી એવી ખાતરી થાય. સારું કરો તેનોય ડાઘ નથી પડવાનો અને ખોટું કરશો એનોય ડાઘ નથી પડવાનો. કરતા પદ જ મારું નોય. એ શુદ્ધાત્માનું લક્ષ બેઠું કહેવાય. ક્વેશ્ચન મારો અહીંયા એ છે કે એવું કહે છે કે તમે આ પદમાં દાદા put us in that in Shuddhatma Swarup. So I'm not responsible for that. That is called Shuddhatmanu Laksh Bethu Kevai. If you can please explain to this little bit in detail.
1 minute.
It came on 29th of September.
Thursday. Hold on.
Sure. It's saying તમે શુદ્ધાત્મા અને ચંદુભાઈ જે કંઈ પણ કરે છે તેના તમે રિસ્પોન્સિબલ નથી એવી ખાતરી થાય.
What is the heading?
The heading, the clip says શુદ્ધાત્મા એ કઈ પરમાત્મા નથી. શુદ્ધાત્મા તો પરમાત્માના યાર્ડમાં આવેલું સ્થાન છે. It was a clip.
I mean, script.
Ha, એટલે લખેલું, the way it's written. So I just wrote it down that way.
Anyway, I'm not able to locate that, but that's fine.
But I'm just saying that again in Gujarati.
I got it. That's fine. That's fine.
Ha,
That's fine.
it's okay. તમે when you are become જે કઈ થાય એની ખાતરી થાય કે તમે you are not responsible નથી એવી ખાતરી થાય.
So that's fine. I got it. Today, if anything happens, any good that happens, then we claim it's doership. I did it. Somehow, somewhere internally inside, we have that feeling that, okay, everything is fine, I'm doing good, I am in my inner balance, and everything is fine. But if anything wrong happens, did anybody get hurt by us, then that feeling goes down. We feel bad that I hurt others. And of course, that is also there that we did hurt others. So what we have to analyze and understand that outside body, outside mind, speech, body, and the belief part that is between pure soul, permanent entity, and Kirtiben outside. The belief part in between should become pure, totally free from discharge ownership, which is not there today.
But not there.
It is not there. So we have to work on it. What it means, we have to deal with it and eliminate that with right understanding. So that discharge ownership, which claims ownership of what we are doing, that needs to be eliminated. And when that gets eliminated, but how we have to use words in the sense, I am pure soul, I am pure soul. See, do you have to remind yourself, I am Kirtiben, I am Kirtiben? I am Kirtiben.
Right.
So I don't have to keep saying that. So why do you have to keep saying, I am pure soul, I am pure soul? If you are pure soul, then anything and everything that happens to Kirtiben should not affect you, good, bad, or ugly.
Oh, okay.
That is not happening today.
No, right.
We say, yes, I am self-realized. So we are our inner journey has started, which for Dada, it is almost ending. For Dada, the journey is almost ending, and our journey has started. Yet he has said categorically, that is surely, that difference between you and me is of only one step.
Right.
Very generously, he has said this.
Right.
But he said that you have to use that verbal power, words, I am pure soul, I am pure soul. Because I am free from discharge ownership totally. What Dada has said for himself.
You have to really, really, really believe that you are.
It's not just believe, it is separate, but that discharging ownership,
Right.
that is, we have to yet to deal with that inner belief of discharging belief of
Right. Okay.
ownership,
Ownership.
right?
So
And that is still there. It is there because we do get affected.
right.
Just a little scar here, just a decoloration here, and you are in trouble.
Yeah.
Hair gets white, hairline recedes, you are in trouble.
Right.
So that is where, so we are in the process, our inner journey has started. That's when Dada has said that pure soul is the station, the last station of liberation. You
So
have
it
to
is the
enter
beginning.
that-
Okay. It's the
No,
beginning.
last
right?
station of beginning, last station. We have to enter, he has already entered into that. So our journey has started, that it's not a very long journey, it's a very short journey. But you have to remain vigilant, absolutely vigilant. Smallest happening,
No.
you cannot claim doership of that happening, but it
Right.
does happen.
Yeah.
And
So
what
you
is
have
that
to do it.
happening? What is that happening? Every situation ends up in suffering, in the form of likes or dislikes.
Okay.
And we become doer of that suffering.
Right.
What it means, we become sufferer of that suffering.
Yes, we get that is happening to me or I did it.
Yes, and it does happen. Because we yet have to get away with that discharge ownership. It is called discharge ownership. Minus. M-Y-N-E-S-S. Minus.
Yes. Right.
What is said, we say, I am pure soul. No doubt, absolutely doubtless state, I am pure soul. But still, this minus, which is in relation with the body self,
Right.
is still there. So it is that if you are pure soul, then nothing that happens or nothing what body self do or does doesn't belong to you.
Belongs to me.
In principle, it is true. We
Right.
do say that, yes, nothing belongs to me, but in the situation, we get disturbed because of that discharge ownership aspect, which we have to deal with it. And to deal with it, we have been given the 5 precepts, agnas.
Right.
So we have to amicably handle these minus and get freed from it. That's why Dada said, I minus my is God. And I with my for us, even after realization, we are not Jivatma. We are not mundane people. worldly people, I
Okay.
with my. Because
Okay.
for their I, they are not in the realized state.
Okay. Right.
And for the realized people, their my is discharging ownership. Whereas
Right.
for those people who are not self-realized, it is not discharging, it is causal ownership.
Right.
So for causal ownership, they have to wander in the four life forms.
Right.
For
Right.
causal ownership people who are not realized,
Right.
for them, they have to wander in the four life forms because
Right.
they end up causing new karma. But for self-realized people, their minus is M, small, discharging minus, discharging ownership.
Discharging.
And when they get freed from the discharge ownership, that I will be God state. So already we are in the God state, but with that inner travel, with our faith inside. For those people who have not realized their self, their faith is outside.
Right.
They confidently and surely say, I am name bearer. They claim body self as theirs. They own their body. We don't own our body. But in the situation, while passing through those destined suffering, we are
Right.
not able to remain vigilant and separate from that suffering.
Right.
We, out of lapse, out of slips in our alertness,
Mhm.
we become sufferer. Not truly.
Right.
Because of that lapse, because of that slip in the vigilance, alertness, that I am pure soul, no matter what happens, no matter what suffering I pass through. But no, that doesn't happen. So for due to these lapse, what happens? We get affected. So
Right.
we are in that, that's why our state is interim, intermediate, enlightened state. Interim state. Like how interim government is, I as interim enlightened state, intermediate state, we do two things. By real viewpoint, we perceive,
Okay.
and by relative viewpoint, we correct things. What is seen by real viewpoint in the name bearer.
Right. Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
because that correction is in relation with self-realization, with that perception and belief that I am pure soul, that correction is free from doership. You understand?
So one quick question here. When Dada said, when given the Gnan, તમને શુદ્ધાત્મા સ્વરૂપ આપી દીધું છે, પણ it's not open yet. What is that, the Gunasthan position?
Forget about that. It's
No?
not that, see, for that we don't have to go into those calculations.
Okay.
What precepts, what agnas are given to us, that
Right.
itself will elevate us, our relative, to that level of real. What it means, what Dada has said, we are put on the 12th step, that
Right.
inner 12th step on the real side,
On
due
the
to
real
which
side.
we say with total conviction and decision that I am pure soul.
Okay.
So that 12th step is having 3 sub-steps.
Okay.
The first step is the self-realization with laziness or with lapse, or without alertness. Where Dada is in the second step, it is with alertness.
Okay.
That is what.
So I am.
So we are in
Hello.
an intermediate state. That intermediate travel, inner travel is going on. So we
Okay.
must make best use of that inner travel and alertness and enlightenment in correcting whatever mistakes gets illumined by the inner enlightened pure soul state.
Very good.
Okay.
Because it is so
Right.
wise, so generously, it is illuminating all our mistakes, but we keep dozing. So when
Yes.
that inner light of pure soul is illuminating, showing our mistakes, at that time we don't remain alert. So if you don't see the mistake, how will you know that the mistake was committed?
Right.
And when you see the mistake, you will definitely correct the mistakes.
Right.
Okay.
So-
Ketibet?
Sure.
Jai Sachidanand. Okay. Deepakanandji, oh, Amiben?
Hey Sachidanand. Deepakanandji, I just want to know if when this experience what we are having, that it differs or the experience are same to all of us, or it differs by person to person.
Same.
Okay.
The ultimate experience is same, and what is that measure of that experience is total separateness.
Correct.
Total separateness is the experience of separateness.
So now what we are experiencing, this according to the perception, or it is also the same to every Mahatma, whatever small or
And
bigger
the
it is.
experience of separation differs.
Correct.
Okay. Amiben?
Now,
Jai
Dada,
Sachidanand.
for Dada, it is total separation.
Yes. And once you said in a satsang to Sheetalben that you should write a essay on interim state. I have wrote an essay on interim state. Whenever you will say, I'll
Good.
read.
Send it fine. You can read it also.
Now it is time.
But is it in English?
Yeah, it is in English.
Radhi, why do we have time?
Oh, how long is it?
3 pages.
We can. Gujarati માં છે કે English માં છે?
English much.
Okay. I think we'll take it up next time.
Okay.
Remind us, okay? Yeah. Yeah, because or you send it to Deepakanandji.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and then we'll decide how we want to present that. We'll have you present it, okay? Maybe next Sunday, yeah, Deepakanandji?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
what title is interim government?
Yeah, interim state.
Perfect. Okay, so you are on hook for next Sunday for interim government, okay?
Okay. Jai Sach.
Good. Jai Sachi. Okay, Deepakanandji. Now our time is there for our Samayik, and you know we've been doing 3 separate sentences of separation. And so, what is your experience on Lobh of the 5 senses and your resolution on them?
Very good. Very interesting. One thing I have experienced, the 5 sense greed to have more and more happiness through the 5 senses and try to run away from pain or unpleasant condition, unfavorable condition, or unhappiness. That's what I experience through the 5 senses. it had been a very good revelation while going through one of the aphorisms of Dada Bhagwan, and it was really good. I'll see if I can bring it, because that aphorism said, like, okay, more moment. That aphorism said that if you can remain totally unaffected and separate. Today we run for 5 sense happiness, and we have greed to have more and more of that 5 sense happiness. Is because we don't like the suffering or pain or unhappiness what we pass through in our life. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Everyone passes through pleasant and unpleasant conditions, but with reference to the pure soul state bliss or pure soul state experience, that is experience of bliss, both are suffering only, no difference at all. So in that condition, Dada had said that when you get affected by the unhappiness what you come across through 5 senses, because that is not true unhappiness. What it means, it is not your suffering. It is 5 sense suffering, because you get the knowledge of that suffering through 5 senses. But if that is seen through direct pure soul experience, then there is no suffering for you, because 5 senses, they don't belong to you. Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
So gradually, it is like it is happening gradually. That not that I don't try to take the 5 sense happiness, but I'm realizing that gradually that the 5 sense unhappiness and 5 sense happiness, there is no difference. But it has not come to any final state of experience, but that inner journey has started where I am analyzing it, and I'm really enjoying it. So, because what Dada said, he never relished any of the 5 sense happiness, that is relative happiness.
Yeah, but then I have a question for you. You know, your life is pretty much sort of fake, right? So
What is it? Life what?
Your lifestyle is pretty much fixed, you know?
Lifestyle is what? Fixed?
Pretty much fixed. Daily routine, satsang.
That doesn't matter. Everybody sleeps, everybody wakes up, everybody works, everybody eats.
No, wait, ours is different. A lot of other interaction. But
No,
yours,
that is how
let
you...
me ask a question.
Okay,
Let me ask a question.
Yeah, okay.
Then your happiness, where do you get your 5 senses? Where do you see your happiness in 5 senses?
Where do I see 5 sense happiness?
Yeah.
It is quite warm outside. So many times the fan is on and the heat level is higher than air conditioner is also on. So that is definitely 5 sense happiness. So my idea is, If I'm just sitting here doing nothing, then it's fine. Of course, that was not applicable to Dada Bhagwan because he was also having the same situations while he was here in Vadodara. What I'm trying to say is like for my quality of interaction while I'm in Satsang, I see that everything is comfortable. So I don't get distracted or I don't have to pay attention to all that. So definitely, five sense things do come up. Certain things definitely come up in my life. But then gradually gradually I'm analyzing that this is five sense suffering, this is not my suffering. I am separate from that because my knowledge that is through, it is not through five senses. Mine is direct perception, pure soul perception. So it is only in words that it is there, that I'm negating the five sense happiness and unhappiness. Did you understand?
Yeah.
I'm just analyzing, in an analyzing state that, see, if this is the thing, then this is not my stuff. This is not my stuff. This is not my stuff. My stuff is this. And I don't find it very difficult, apparently, through foresight, but I'm not truly implementing it. Like Dada will never turn on the fan. He will, if it's cold, then he will uncover his feet. All those, he used to do those things, which I'm not doing it. Because to some extent, my goal is next day, I want to be ready for the commitment of the next day.
Yeah.
So maybe this is an excuse, but I'm trying.
It's a good excuse.
I'm working, not a good
It's a
excuse.
good.
I have seen that when I sleep for maybe more than 3 hours or 4 hours, then I don't doze off almost in the morning vidhi, but I'm sorry, many people would be seeing me dozing in the vidhi, and I have made my arrangement to wake me up also. Thanks for the Mahatmas who are helping me wake up. But that is the thing. What is, I'm trying to find out that sutra, but I will bring it again. It is just wonderful. It is just wonderful. I had, just give me 1 minute.
Can you recite it while you're looking?
Huh?
Can you recite the sutra?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Oh.
Where was it? Because I have taken it out. I have taken it out. Let me see. Hold on. Quickly. Because it was a recent one. Okay. Okay, I think so I got it. Okay, we got it. Very good. Okay, this is it. What it says, suffering of pain or unhappiness, that punishment is so much but it is out of ignorance only. That is suffering, pain, the suffering of, unhappiness, what we pass through, and the punishment of unhappiness, punishment of unhappiness is there because of our wrong belief only. And everyone experiences that. And due to that, they run after happiness. Did you understand? I'm just trying to translate in good English. That the suffering of unhappiness is punishment, which is actually out of ignorance only. It becomes unbearable for almost everyone. And due to that, they run after happiness. But when you come to know that that unhappiness is also punishment out of ignorance, then you will see, you will experience that happiness is also punishment only. But we don't see that. Did you understand?
Yes, yes.
We don't feel that as punishment. It's like a compulsion. So what Dada has said, for us, the 5 sense happiness, we feel that as a punishment. Because it is a compulsion what we have to pass through, and against that, we have to remain as pure soul. Did you understand?
Yeah.
And that is the reason he will never support that happiness, that suffering. And that's why he will take out his feet even if it is cold. He will not turn on the fan when it is hot.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, he says, I cannot afford to take these 5 sense happiness because that's not my happiness. That's not my state of experience, or that's not my bliss. My bliss is free from 5 sense happiness.
Very good. Oh, in conjunction with that, sorry, I'm pardoned. There's a sutra which is, I like, Gujarati mache, sorry. Sukh dukh to આવ્યા જ કરવાના. A scientific circumstantial evidence છે. સુખ દુઃખ તો effective છે. એમાં આપણે એવું કંઈ કરી લેવું જોઈએ કે કોઈ effect જ ના આવે. This is my favorite.
What is the reference?
Oh.
You have to say, because tomorrow someone...
No, this is from, it's always on my desk. This is Pulitanandji's calendar.
Acha, okay, what is the date? What is the date?
Date means?
What is the date of the calendar? Calendar always have a date.
No. This was this calendar, the weekly calendar.
Yes, but what is the date on it?
No, Nama Nati. This is not that calendar what you're talking about. This was the one which is given out for monthly calendars.
Yeah, but then what is the date on it?
There's no date here, that's what I'm telling you. I don't know when this was
How can it be without a date? If it is a monthly, then 31 sutras will be there.
Okay, you know this?
I can't see it now, but you photograph and send it to me.
Okay.
No, we will find out.
Yeah. Okay, Jai Sachidanand. Our time is up, so please do 3 mantras. Kirtiman, please follow.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Vasayanam.
Namo Loe Savasahunam.
Namo Loe Sabba Sahunam.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Eso Panchanamukaro
Tavapavappanasano
Sabbapavappanasano
Mangalanam cha Savvesim
Mangalanam cha Sabve Sim
Padmam Havai Mangalam.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Oh,
Yes.
Deepakanandji, sorry, it's the 9th day. Sorry, 9th day.
That's what, 9th day.
Sorry, I was thinking you wanted the date it was published, but it's
No,
the
no, no,
9th day.
9th day. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, yeah. This is always on my table, so I can reminder.
Okay, you're keeping every day is 9th day, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no,
Yes.
9. No. 9th word also came in, number 9.
Yes, 9 is complete. It is
Yeah.
said 9 is complete.
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow is Monday, and tomorrow, it is the 8th day. Sorry.
Oh, we forgot about, hold on. 7th day, we forgot about 7th day.
Yes, I'll bring it. Jai Satchidanand. Today is 7th day of Navratri. That is, we play Garba. And today's name of Mataji is Kal Ratri. Kal Ratri means black night. Moment, black night. And here is the thing. The 7th form of Durga Mataji. That is, her name is Kal Ratri, what it means, black night. And she has the power. We will always relate. One more thing, what is important is we are in the 3rd phase now. 1 minute. Because we finished, hold on. Hold on. Where is that? We finished with Katyayani yesterday. Right? Wow. So now, the final set of 3 days, they say we spent in worshipping Mother as goddess of wisdom. That is Ma Saraswati. It is said in order to have all-round success in life, we need the blessing of all the 3 aspects of Divine Mother, hence the worship for the 9 nights. We are now on the 7th day, that is, we will see about Goddess Kal Ratri. Now we go on to that, 1 minute. Okay. So Kal Ratri is black night. It is said that on this day, we focus our mind on Sahasra Chakra, the top chakra, the highest chakra. It is said that when one gets liberated and when one gets attains nirvana, the life comes out from this portion of the body, the highest portion. It is called Sahasra Chakra. Final. The bottommost is Muladhara Chakra. This is called Agna Chakra, which we saw yesterday. And when such a thing happens, it is said, Siddhiyo ka dwar khul jata hai. That is, all the absoluteness that opens happens when our life leaves from this portion of our head. It opens all the universal absoluteness opens within us. It ends all our weaknesses. This, when we chant, we worship this form of Mataji, we can understand how it is going to make us free from all fears. Let's go further. The body of the body, the color of the body of this Mataji is black. It reveals that she removes darkness from our life. Although it is very fearsome, because black, if you see anybody black person, then you feel bad. I mean, it is fearsome. But it says that it is full of energy. She has a garland which is shining. She can remove ignorance. We can see how we come across Dada Bhagwan and his Yog Bal, that is the divine power that opened within him. It removed darkness from us, that is ignorance from us, and he gave us knowledge. Free from all suffering. That is the power of knowledge. It is said that this Mataji is with 3 eyes, that the 3rd eye is also open. See, we are attaining the goddess of wisdom. So we have come across Dada Bhagwan. It is said she rides on donkey. I have yet to find out why this donkey is there, but this is there. In one of her, the right hand, she is blessing. The symbol is of blessing. She is giving blessing. The left hand, upper hand, says she offers fearlessness, what Dada Bhagwan has given. Dada Bhagwan has blessed us. Dada Bhagwan has given us fearlessness, nirbhaita. That's that. Now, on the left side, upper hand has a weapon, and the other hand also has a weapon. Now, these weapons are such all non-violent, impartial weapons which gets away, which removes all our weaknesses. Although the appearance is very fearsome, but she, that is the Mataji, that is body, that is our mind, speech body of Dada Bhagwan is become so pure, it gives even worldly happiness to us. That's why it is called Subhankari. This is one. So she offers fearlessness, and with the knowledge, we get blessed with such punya, that is good deeds, that we get born in Mahavidya Kshetra, where we will come across, have darshan of Sri Chimandar Swami and get liberated. So this is okay. The best part, if we worship this Mataji, this form of goddess, Durga, then it opens all our infinite powers, and which will remove all our weaknesses. And it is said just by chanting the name, so Dada Bhagwan, it can remove all our weaknesses, and by saying his worship, that is Dada Bhagwan Asim Jai Jaikar Ho. it will free us from all fears. And that's why it is said, all our bindings related to Dravya, Kshetra, Kal and Bhav, that is land, time, free from situation, we get totally liberated. Fearlessness opens, and that is the finality. Abhaidan, fearless, it offers fearlessness. Sorry for the bad translation. Jai Satchidanand. So
Jai Satchidanand.
tomorrow will be the 8th day, and the 8th day is Mahagauri. We will see, tomorrow is the 8th day and many people will be having the puja, Nauchandi puja. So what do we do? I think that we'll go ahead with the satsang.
Are you going to
I doubt, I don't know. 99% I'm not going.
okay.
So we will have the satsang, 6:30 morning, we have morning prayer. 10:15 we will have Gujarati satsang. 3 p.m. we will have Hindi satsang. And 4:30 we will have Kirtan Bhakti, Dada Bhagwan music around 9 p.m. We will have Gujarati worldwide satsang, in which we will, during the day, we will have the 3 sentences of separation. Experiment on that, and please come and share your experience on breathe.